Good morning, everyone. It's our Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's doing fine. Everyone's doing great. Everyone's having a fantastic morning. I'm just scrolling down my Twitter, my Instagram. You know what I mean? Bebo, MySpace, whatever it is. I'm scrolling down and I'm looking at all the hate towards Manchester United. Oh, we're fluky. Oh, 10 men. Red card against Sociedad. Red card against FCSB. Red card, I don't care. Red card, smet card, I don't care. You know what? It was a red card yesterday. Let me start off by that note. Let me start off on that note. It's a very high note. Maybe I should be more mellow early in the morning, but I don't care. You know what? Excuse me. Listen, guys, if Rasmus Højlund was not pulled down in the box, if he was not pulled down in the box, he gets a tap in. It's 2-0 Man United. A game is set to match. It's game over anyway. Guys, I actually feel like Man United might have even won by more goals, 11 against 11. You know, sometimes 10 against 11 is a little bit, yeah. You know what I mean? It gets a little bit difficult because when you look at Bilbao, the way they played in the second half, Bilbao were happy to take the 3-0 loss. I don't know why. I cannot fathom why. I don't think they're going to go to Old Trafford and rack up 3 goals or win 4-1 or 5-2, whatever. They're not going to do that. So all this hatred, it reminds me of the old days. It does remind me of the old days. You know, the old days when people used to hate when we win. I've seen Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans. It's like someone's died. Honest to God, it feels like they're sitting there going, you know, Tottenham or Man United are going to win the Europa League. Tottenham or Man United are going to win the Europa League. I cannot believe how this has happened. Let me tell you how it's happened, my dear Arsenal friends. It's called football heritage. It's called European heritage. That is what it's all about. You wouldn't know nothing about European heritage if it bit you on the backside because you've not got any. You've not got any. Last 10 years, Tottenham have been to more European finals than you. If they go to the final now, Tottenham have been to more finals than you. You know what I mean? So, you know, you need to concentrate on your level. You know what I mean? That's what you need to do and understand that football heritage comes from history. It comes from history. That's where it comes from. Absolutely delighted. Guys, thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget to subscribe and smash a like. If you could be as kind to do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And make my Friday again. Sunday, Monday, what? Friday. I love these Fridays. You know what? I never liked Thursday football. I never wanted Thursday football. But the great thing about Thursday football is when Friday comes around after a big win like that. After a big win like that, you got one foot in the final. And you know what? It is a beautiful, beautiful feeling, guys. Absolutely. Let's get through some of your comments. Big up Sanjay. Big up yourself. Big up. Now, guys, I want to say this about this, right? Who wins 3-0 away to Athletic Bilbao? Who wins 3-0 away to Athletic Bilbao? You can get your Barcelonas, you can get your Real de Madrids, you can get your Lamine Yamals, you can get your Pedris. They don't win 3-0 in Bilbao. They don't win 3-0 in Bilbao. So give credit where it is due. Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Pearl. Good to see you. Good morning, Darren, the legend. Casemiro, fantastic, underrated, brilliant. In Amram we trust. Big up, Amir. Big up. We've done it. I predicted 3-1. Clean sheet's a bonus. It's brilliant. Let the haters hate more. I love it. I love the hate. It's like energy. I'm like an energy-sucking vampire right now. I feel like an energy-sucking vampire. You know what? You know what I would have done? I would have, if I was back at work, working in the office, right, in London, I would have come along with my cup of coffee and I would have leaned on someone's desk where their computer is. And I go, right, did you see the game yesterday? Did you watch it? I have my Man United mug. You know what? The thing is, people miss me because you know what? At the end of the day, when I'm in London, I am unbearable. If this was if I was still there, I'd be unbearable. My goodness me. They got rid of me quick enough. Absolutely. Amir, Uncle Atasamiro, absolute general last night. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. United are winning the Europa League, not the league quite yet. Big up Ephraim, what's going on, my friend? They said we win by referees. If let me tell you something, and this is something that hasn't been said. sometimes it's actually harder to play against 10 men. Because what I saw yesterday was Athletic Bilbao sitting back, accepting a 3-0 loss. I actually believe if that player did not foul Rasmus taps it in, 2-0 United. United going to win 4 or 5-1, 4 or 5-0. They might have got a goal, 4 or 5-1. United go on and win that comprehensively. I actually think that. And I feel like this, we only win because of referees. We get the worst luck of I cannot believe I'm hearing this, because at the end of the day, most of the decisions that have gone against Man United over these last few years, it's been anti-Man United decisions. We've been knocked out of Champions Leagues with bad decisions. Nani getting sent off. We remember that, don't we? Bad decisions. You know, and to be honest with you, I'd be real with you guys, as I always am. I actually enjoy their meltdown. I enjoy it. I love it. I love their meltdown. It makes me happy. It makes me happy because it means that we're actually progressing. We're actually got a chance to win a trophy. Look, I'm not going to count my horses. We still got a second leg to go. We're very, very close to a final, but we've also got to play most likely Tottenham. Right? Now, Tottenham have beaten us a few times this season, so we got to be very wary of Tottenham Hotspur. When we did lose to Tottenham this season, they were circumstantial, of course. There was a decision, obviously, on Onana that should have been a foul in the League Cup, if we remember. You know, and I feel like we owe Tottenham one. And what better arena than the place we just beat in Bilbao 3-0 to play Tottenham? We're used to that stadium now. It's Old Trafford 2.0. We go there in the final and we smash up Tottenham. What better incentive that would be? Ange Postecoglou, mate. I win something in my third season, mate. Struth, mate. Going down to Perth after I won something in my third season, mate. Yeah, mate, this is not Scotland, mate. It's not Scotland, mate. You know what I mean? I could win the league with Celtic, mate. You know what I mean? I could win the league with bloody Perth Glory, mate. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, what you want to talk about here? Come on, Man United are final teams. Man United are a team that get the job done. Did they watch Jose Mourinho in the 2017 Europa League final? Did they watch Man United last season in the FA Cup final? I don't think they did, because we get the job done. You know, and you know what? We've got the experience in there as well. We got players in there, Garnacho, Ahmad, Bruno, who've won things. They've been to finals. What Tottenham player? What you got? Dominic Solanke. I know that Tottenham are being very, very overzealous and confident, and that's fine. And they deserve it. They got to the final not yet. They're not there yet. But if they do get there, they got there with the easy route. Man United, and let me tell you something about Man United. Played at Sociedad, played Lyon, and played Athletic Bilbao, right? Now, let's forget about in the league section, we played nobody under the top half, right? So the three teams that Man United have played to get into this, on the brink of the Europa League final, would all beat Tottenham. They would all beat Tottenham. Your Real Sociedad, your Lyons, and your Athletic Bilbao. They would all beat Tottenham. So listen, don't give me the Bodo glimpse. I mean, don't give me a little glimpse in the future and stuff like that. Not on it. The most unbeaten in Europe. Legacy, heritage, absolutely. Arsenal fans can sulk in a corner. Which club is it? But I mean, imagine this, Pearl. Imagine this. Imagine we were in their situation. You know, imagine that Liverpool are going to play Man City in the Champions League final. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, I can only imagine how they feel like, but they need to understand one thing. When we talk about heritage, we don't just talk about heritage. We don't talk about heritage because we're trying to be smart. We talk about heritage because it's a fact. It's a fact. We are the pioneers of English teams in European football. We're the first English team to believe in European football, and this resonates all the way to today. And that is why, you know what I mean, they can say nothing. Absolutely. Amir, like and love it if you think we'll win the Europa League. Thank you so much. Yes, smash a like, drop a comment if you think Man United are going to win the Europa League this season. Man United are going to win the trophy and qualify for the Champions League. You know what I mean? Is there room for another one? We're going to come through the back door. Is there room for another one? They're coming through this way. Absolutely. Talibat, Deliveroo. We're here. Sorry, guys. But I bought credentials. I bought European credentials. I don't know if you know what that is. European credentials in my tally bag. Absolutely. There we go. Shah. Morning, Sal. We're nearly there. Come on, Shah. Big up, Shah. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Absolutely. Only undefeated team in Europe cannot be underestimated. And people want to talk about, we you know what, we had the referee. The referee was the man of the match. Man United went 1-0 up. Man United would have went 2-0 up if they didn't foul Rasmus. We would still win the game. Casemiro, man of the match. We need more experience. Definitely. We got more young players coming in, which is, we still need players. Right now, he's been brilliant recently, ever since the Roy King comments. Bring on Spurs. I forget to say good morning, Sal. Good morning, Ephraim. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Casemiro legend. For me, man of the match. My man of the match. People will analyze football will know that Casemiro, from minute one, Casemiro was the man of the match. Other players took time to get in. And this is something that we have to address because we have to look at this subjectively, right? Man United started the game poorly. We were here online. We were here on stream. Man United started the game poorly. Man United need to start the game quicker, especially in the final. Man United need to start the game quicker because Bilbao could have scored a couple of goals before we scored our first goal. So we've got to make sure that when we approach games, and it seems to be a habit of Man United, we seem to start very, very slowly, and we need to start quicker. Of course, we did beat 10 teams with 10 men. People forget that. Well, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, Man United have always had it hard. Man United have always done it the difficult way. We beat Arsenal. If they want to talk about 10 men, we beat you, Arsenal, with 10 men. What's the big deal? We knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup with 10 men and a referee against us. Gordon Bennett. You know what I mean? The truth of scary. Big up, Amir. Vamos, Amir. Big up. Vamos. I wonder what the Amaram Alters will say now. They won't say anything because, you know what? They've already sacrificed themselves. Do you know what I mean? They've already sacrificed themselves. They're the kind of people who sacrifice themselves for a pound note. That's what they are. At the end of the day, they'll sacrifice themselves, anything, you know what I mean, for fame and fortune. That's what they'll do, right? These kind of people, idiots, they don't love Man United. They don't care about Man United. They care about their opinions, and they've all gone quiet. I saw your Saeeds. I saw those chubby fellas. I don't know, you should call them the chubby fellas, right? I saw all of those guys criticizing Ugarte before the game. Oh, we've just watched Lamine Yamal and Pedri do a madness, and now we have to watch Garnacho and Ugarte ball. And they're meant to be Man United fans. These are the people who are meant to be Man United fans, ladies and gentlemen. This is meant to be Man United fans we're talking about with big platforms. The only thing they've got is big bellies and big egos. That's all they've got: big bellies and big egos. That's it. That's all they have. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And you know what? I am delighted because I know how they're feeling. I know they're pissed off because they sacrificed themselves, against Ruben Amram. I know that they have done that already. You know what I mean? I know that they got no intelligence. They've done it straight away. And now these cards come back. If Ruben Amram goes and win that Europa League, God blimey, they are going to get it. Trust me, because at the end of the day, he's done it coming mid-season with a unique style of play, lost 3 players, got 1 player in who wasn't really his player, and trying to implement a unique style of football. What an absolute legend if he goes and wins the Europa League. Unbelievable. What an achievement. Big up. Shout out to KG. Him and I were the only ones who thought we would beat Bilbao. Big up to KG, by the way. KG, you know what? I saw Ben on United View, and you know Ben. Ben acts like he's a diplomat. He acts like he's one of those really intelligent. I listen to you. I want to listen to your opinion, but I'm not going to, he's that sort of guy. You know that manipulative guy that pretends he's listening to your opinion, but doesn't really want to hear your opinion? And I tell you how. When KG was talking last week, trying to defend himself, right? People can get angry in a moment. People can say things they don't mean in a moment, right? But it doesn't mean that the manager out. It doesn't mean that, right? So when KG was contradicting Ben, I think his name's Ben, he turns his chair like that and he's going all red. Do you know what I mean? He's going all red like a shy little girl giving a lollipop. Right, that's dodgy. And he's gone all red, you know what I mean? And he's looking at, and he's biting his tongue and he's like, KG, help me. He's like, Flex, help me. You know what? It's like this, right? It's like basically the old days when you used to have a court order, right? And the court and order at the top. Order at the top. Order. That is what it is. Order at the top and the peasants at the bottom. You listen to what I'm saying. I am the one. You know what I mean? It's a bloody Brady bunch. But up there. Good morning, Irfan. How you doing, my friend? Hope you doing well. There's nothing wrong with the system. I see nobody complaining. 10 men are not. United was in control. And Irfan, do you not agree? Even if it was 11 against 11, Rasmus Højlund scores that goal. It's 2-0 to Manchester United. And we would probably go on to win by more. Because in the second half, Athletic Bilbao were playing for the 3-0. They took a 3-0. That is what it was. Now, if it was 2-0, Athletic 11 against 11, Man United might have picked them off even more. It might have been 4-0. Might have been 5-0. You know, they don't know that, do they? Man United still undefeated. Man United are the best team in Europe. Absolutely. We believe in you, Sir Amram. Absolutely, Amir. Absolutely. Tottenham loss were circumstantial. We owe Spurs an embarrassing score now. No, this is the one to do it. Forget the League Cup. Forget everything else what's happened. This is the one to do it. I have no fear about Tottenham. Absolutely no fear. As you said, circumstantial what happened. If this was the Champions League, right? And we aim to be in the Champions League. We strive to be in the Champions League. And we were drawn against Tottenham in the Champions League final. How would we feel, guys? How would we feel? Let's imagine this was the Champions League and we are on the brink of playing Tottenham in the Champions League final. How would we feel? You know how we would feel. We would feel flipping ecstatic. That's how we would feel. We'll be celebrating. That's how we would feel. And that's how we should feel. Tottenham. Top Spur? Top Spur? What's that? What's that? Top Spur? I don't know. You tell me. Amram is a good coach. He just needs a good owner. He needs a back-in absolutely in the summer. No doubt about it. Absolute genius. What a European week, football week. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. And all what's needed now is for Arsenal to go out next week. I'm absolutely delighted. Delight. Absolutely delighted. I would be absolutely over the moon. 100% the gospel. We need another creative player and a proven goal scorer. Hopefully, Cunha will be coming to Man United. He'd be one of them that will be coming to Man United, hopefully. Definitely need an Osman or Chigueres, someone like that. If we bring in these type of players, and look what Ruben Amorim is doing without his team. Look what Ruben Amorim is doing without his team. He's making miracles happen, right? If he gets these players in, God forbid, what's going to happen to you know what I mean? Man United will be on fire. Next season, Man United are going to shock a lot of people next season. No doubt about it. Football heritage, absolutely. You cannot buy history. You cannot buy history. We drew Liverpool away of our own, beat Man City and Arsenal with 10 men. There you go. With the circumstances against us as well. Let's not forget that. We really need a good winger and a good second next season. Definitely need a good right wing back, in my opinion. We need another one. We've only got one at the moment, which is Dalot. I don't think Mazraoui is a right winger. I think he's more of a defender, but I think Mazraoui did fantastically well out of position yesterday. I think the first game, only Spurs dominated. Another two games were even. I do not like anger, arrogant comment about Manchester United. We have to win it. Ephraim, I don't like Ange Postecoglou. Right? I don't like him. And that's nothing like personal. That is like, I think he's extremely rude. I think he's arrogant. I think he has no justification to be arrogant. I think he managed Celtic. Sam Allardyce will win the treble in Scotland. So let's be real here, right? You know what I mean? So I just feel like he's just an arrogant sod, you know? And if the miracle happens that Tottenham end up winning this trophy, you know, and they end up beating Man United, big if, I think Man United have got Man United, what Man United need to do, guys, they have to be very careful because we got some yellow cards and we can't get another yellow card because they'll miss the final. So we got to be very shrewd in the way we organize our team because we should go through against Bilbao. Euro has a yellow card. We need to watch out for that one. Euro's become an extremely important player for Man United. Now, Euro, guys, how old is he? Playing out of position? How old is he? What a legend. What a legend. Absolutely brilliant. That Lenny Euro, absolutely. It seems that United have more noise than Liverpool's win the league. Man United, when Man United beat Lyon, right? It's, no one spoke about Real Madrid against Arsenal. Everyone was speaking about Man United versus Lyon. And this is what they don't like. You remove Man United from English football, there's no more bloody English football. I'm going to tell you right now, you remove Man United from English football, there's no more English football. Yes, we can beat Spurs. Of course we can. We could beat Liverpool. We could beat Man City. We could beat Chelsea. Why can't we beat Spurs? Of course we can. We're going to get our full squad together. Armada will be playing. De Ligt will be playing. Everyone will be playing. Bruno will be playing. Everyone will be there. We will be ready for Spurs this time. And look, listen. If you're a Spurs player, right? If you're a Spurs player and you look up and you see Casemiro in front of your face, right? You see Casemiro in front of your face. You think, he's won 5 European Cups. What have we won? You know what I mean? And that is what they're going to look at, right? You look at Bruno. How many finals has he played in? He's played in European final. He lost the last one. This is his one. You know what I mean? This is his one. Big up, fan. Big up. Paul Scott is glad to see he's not praising with him for but rather feel it's a 10-man difference. I didn't watch him. I don't watch the ex-pros fan. I just don't. I just don't think they have a good football opinion. I think they were fantastic players. Paul Scholes is probably the best English midfielder of the last 30 years. And he's one of my favorite players. But as a pundit, I just don't think that they called the game fairly. I don't think that they actually give Ruben Amorim a chance. They don't look at it contextually. They just want to force down their opinion to people without the context. Morning, Roy, Mark. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Imagine if the game was the UEFA Cup final last night. It would be shut up all the haters. Glory, go Man United. Glory, go Man United, Michael. And you know what? We have a massive game, right? It's not over. Football's a funny game. It's a funny old game, as they say. Football is a funny old game, right? So we have to make sure that we take the next game at Old Trafford with professionalism. And we have to go through. And we have to make sure we take Bilbao seriously. Because a lot of people will be saying Man United are through. And most likely Man United are through. But what Man United need to do against Bilbao is nullify their threat in the opening 20 minutes and just pick them off at Old Trafford. We're 3-0 up, right? Now, if we win against Tottenham in the Europa League final, wouldn't it make it more sweeter? Wouldn't it make it sweet that we beat Tottenham in a European final? Wouldn't that be sweet? It'd be amazing. Tottenham actually think they're going to go there and beat Man United. I mean, I haven't seen Tottenham go anywhere and beat anyone in the final. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what they're... that being a third goal brought a tear to my eye. Such a passage of play. It's beautiful to watch. And guys, I want to give a big shout out to Harry Maguire. Lots of criticism has come Harry Maguire's way, but Harry Maguire contributed to us being here last night, being in Bilbao last night, heavily. A massive pass from Casemiro. The art of not being greedy is Casemiro in the first game where he passed it to Maguire. That ball from Maguire, Beckham-esque. Whip that ball in with target, with precision. You can say nothing. Absolutely brilliant. Good morning, Revert 7. Hope you're doing well. We're still undefeated in Europe. Absolutely, Revert 7. Absolutely. Big up, Earthan. Big up. Kenny, Owen is unbearable at times. It's jarring. Is it Owen? That's it. Yeah, that's it. He's unbearable. He's arrogant, mate. He's arrogant. He doesn't really... He's not a football fan. He comes across as a wrestling fan, number one, and a football fan, number two. You know what I mean? And he acts like he's this fair guy, that he gives out opinions and stuff. He doesn't really listen, man. He doesn't really. Otherwise, he'll have me on the show because I'll tell him and I'll give the contextual value and I'll give actual value to what he's saying and I'll contradict what he's saying. Because at the end of the day, he talks a lot about, oh, well, but nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. It's not changed, mate, because we got the same team, mate. Ta-da! I mean, click, 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 click. It's mad, isn't it? Actually, it's a worse thing because we've got no Anthony, no Rashford, and no Malacia. Shaw's been injured. Maybe the haters will be happy if Spurs beat us in the final. They love the agenda and the storyline. Listen, Revert 7. The Arsenal fans must be in a state of depression right now. They hate us, but the Arsenal fans want Man United to win the final. 100%. If Tottenham win the final, which I hope they don't, God forbid, their football European heritage is better than Arsenal's. It already is, kind of. They've got the same amount of finals, but their European heritage will be better than Arsenal's. So I think that Arsenal fans will want Man United to win. Every other team in England will want Tottenham to win, of course. But that is what we are about. We've been there through the years. We've been there. We know what these clowns want. They don't like us. They want us to lose. We know that. We've been around the block. We know that they want us to lose. That's fine. We like being that team. Please said, people said, doggo shit. I wonder what people watch football closely. They're idiots, mate. A 20-year-old. A 20-year-old. Definitely agree. So we have won bigger teams with 10 men. We played Arsenal at the Emirates with 10 men and a referee against us, giving away penalties and stuff like that. We still won. Absolutely. I've already done that, Chow. I've already done that. You missed it. I've spoken about Jaradinho, Maguire Donna. I've already spoke about Diego Maguire Donna. Absolutely. Yeah, I've already said it. I did say it. Absolutely. Brilliant. I hope Spurs bottle their head. Come on, Bodo. I hope so, Revert 7. It's going to be difficult for Bodo. But if Bodo Glimt score an early goal, you never know what can happen, isn't it? You never know what can happen. Life can change like that. Harry and Gomai is the true example of that. Exactly, Ephraim. Some players like to go on Twitter and vent their feelings. Some people get their head down and get on with it. Now, Maguire could be on for a Europa League title. Sancho, you can keep your bloody Conference League. Do you know what I mean? We'll win that with our reserves. Honest to God. Philip, Sal, thoughts on the Bilbao having to concentrate on their Champions League position in La Liga? They have 6 games left and they are going to sabotage that, going for a miracle at Old Trafford next week. Look, Athletic Bilbao have the best defensive record in Spain, right? And nobody beats Athletic Bilbao 3-0. In Basque Country, in Bilbao. Nobody. Now, what Man United done yesterday was nothing short of phenomenal, right? And whether they are going after the Champions League or not, that's up to them. You know what I mean? That's them. But their priority this season, and I've heard this from Bilbao fans, was the Europa League because the final is in Bilbao. So they want that Europa League. They can go for it at Old Trafford. Good luck to them. But let me tell you something. If they attack Man United at Old Trafford, which they have to do, otherwise they're going out, Man United on the counter-attack will pick them off like cherries. We'll pick them off like cherries. And that's what we have to do. Come at us, Bilbao. Come at us. We're ready for you. That we are in such a good position right now. To be honest, Euro, what a signing for us. Yes, of course, he cost us, but yeah, he is going to be too good. He's going to be an amazing player. He already is, Paul. I mean, unbelievable, generational. I really hope that we win some trophies and stuff. Sure. Angie Postecoglou, I always win things in my second season, mate. What's he talking about? Netflix? I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care what he wins in Scotland. I really don't care what he wins in Scotland. You can get Mr. Blobby, you can get Barney the Dinosaur to manage Tottenham, to manage Celtic. They'll win the league in Scotland. No disrespect to Celtic. I like Celtic as a fan base. Think they're brilliant. But let me tell you something. Anyone can win the league with Celtic. Anyone. I'm not even lying. John Lennon has won it. Is it Aaron Lennon? Aaron Lennon, not John Lennon. John Lennon could win it, and he's not even alive. Aaron Lennon could win it. He won it with Celtic. You look at, Gordon Strachan won it with Celtic. You know, who else won it with Celtic? Who won the league with Celtic? Who's that other gentleman who won the league with Celtic? The English fella who won it. Gerrard won it with Rangers. My goodness. Revert saying, big up the defenders. Maguire, good again. Maz is underrated, a top player. Maz was brilliant yesterday, by the way. Let me get some of the player ratings in, guys, as conducted by you. Thank you, everyone who voted, of course. And this is the vote in regards to some of the player ratings from there. And we're going to look at, of course, here we go. So, Anana, I felt did well yesterday. Gets a 7.3 from me. Called upon, done well. Didn't put a foot wrong. Euro 7.4. Brilliant from Euro again. Maguire 7.8. Brilliant cross from Maguire. Brilliant performance from Maguire. Solid as a rock. Lindelof, let's be fair. If it wasn't for Victor Lindelof clearing that ball off the line, it could have been a completely different story, guys. It could have been a different story. Mazraoui, brilliant playing out of position. He gets a 7.1. Ugarte, 8.1. Ugarte, brilliant. 2 assists, guys. 2 assists from Ugarte. Casemiro, 7.6. I thought he got more than that. He should have got more than that. Dorgu, 7.5. Casemiro, 7.2. Bruno Fernandes, 8.1. Another brilliant performance. And Højlund, 7.0. And I want to talk about Højlund. Because of Højlund, because of Rasmus Højlund set the game up for us yesterday. He made it happen for us yesterday. He made that run. He got the foul. He won the penalty. Absolutely brilliant from Højlund. And praise where it's due. Substitutes. Delict got to 6.3. Didn't put a foot wrong. Brilliant. Mason Mount, 6.7. 6.5 for... when he came off with being fair. Mainu, a 6. Didn't really come on. Would have brought him on earlier, though. And Ahmed Diallo, 6.2. Made some good runs there. It's made some good runs, Ahmed Diallo. And I can't wait till Ahmed Diallo gets fit again, of course, guys. Ruben Amorim gets an 8.0. Ruben Amorim, good old Ruben Amorim gets an 8.0 from yesterday. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant performance. That is what you get, isn't it? Now, let's keep up to date with the ratings on the actual man of the match. The man of the match that you guys are going to pick is Casemiro with 78% of the votes. Casemiro has got 78% of the votes. On my Twitter, where I have conducted the same poll, it is 63.9% for Casemiro. 63.9% for Casemiro. So Casemiro is going to be the man of the match. Is going to be the man of the match. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I think I read that one. Shah, Sal, would you consider keeping Casemiro for one more season if he carries on this brilliant form? Yes, I would, Shah. Yes. I still think we need bodies in there. I still think it would be a good idea to buy an Edison or something. But if it's finance, keep Casemiro. I mean, Casemiro's got the experience, hasn't he? But I don't think he can play every game. This is the only thing. We have to score first against Spurs, then the game will change. I agree, Ephraim. This is something we haven't done against Spurs over the last few games. We need to score first against them. If we score first against Spurs in the final, Spurs will crumble, in my opinion. Delict and Ahmed back. Lovely bonus. Brilliant bonus. Just in time, of course. Just in time. I think ex-Man United players don't want us to succeed because of their status. I just feel like they work for Sky Sports, Shah, and Sky Sports don't like Man United. It's just like that, isn't it? And they want to feed into that negative Man United narrative, you know? Irfan, United will break Andy's second-year trophy claim. I mean, what an arrogant statement that was from him, wasn't it, Irfan? It was... so Lamine Maguire, absolutely. They can shove the Lamines up their backside because Lamine Yamal didn't win 3-0 in Bilbao. I love how we silenced the stadium. It was brilliant. Did you see their tears? Did you see them? Oh, did you see their tears? He actually crossed the ball unlike our wingers. I mean, he hit Beckham-esque. Cross it like Maguire. David Maguire. There you go. Cross it like Maguire. Absolutely. Spurs are serial bottlers. Most football fans who know that, yeah, they are serial bottlers. But we have to make sure they continue to be serial bottlers. Glorious match at Basque Nation. Big up, GK. Harry Dino. Harry Bo. Yeah, definitely. Big up. San Sebastian and San Memes. Absolutely. Big up, GK. San Sebastian, yeah, that's Real Sociedad territory. 3-0 is fair to say we will reach the finals, but the yellow card conundrum puts us under pressure for the finals. What I would do, I would look at the yellow card situation and I would play those players up until a point. I would make sure that I emphasize to those players, be careful. We don't need to dive into challenge. We don't need to get into any encounters with any of the players. You know, we don't need to do that. We just let them come at us and we just counterattack them. You know what I mean? Try not to be physical. And when it gets to 60 minutes, if it's still 3-0 in aggregate, bring on some new players and take them off, in my opinion. Sure. Sal, have you ever invited one of your content creators to your channel and they said no, since you have say they won't join? Sal, have you ever invited one of the content creators? I have never. I don't invite anyone. When I initially started, I did have content creators on my channel who wanted to come on my channel because I've had big people on my channel. I've had the likes of Tony Cotti, Jason McAteer. You know, I've had Ben Jacobs and great journalists. I've had big people on my channel. So other people have come on my channel. Saeed has come on my channel. I've never asked someone and they've said no. Never. I don't really ask. I don't think it's any point. I build myself. I don't really need anyone, to be honest with you. I'm not like them lot who need Mark Goldbridge to get them elevation. But you know what? Nah, I've never asked anyone. Sal, Anthony would beat Chelsea in the final. It's going to be written in the stars. Anthony against Sancho. The battle of the crybabies. The battle of the crybabies, isn't it? Absolutely. If United qualify for the Champions League, 2 teams will drop out, including Chelsea and or Newcastle. 5 teams go to the Champions League, fan. If Man United win the Europa League, 5 English teams go through. I think 5 already going through at the moment. 1 will drop out on the 6th place. So it could be up to 6 teams for England. England have qualified for a 5th place Champions League team next season. So the 5th place Champions League team, I'm not sure what happens, but if it is a 5th place Champions League, it might be Chelsea or Newcastle dropping out. You're right, fan, but I'm not 100% on the rules. But England could have 6, I believe. Could have 6 teams, but I have to clarify that. Guys, an example of dealing, and this is not the first time that we've relegated Chelsea. We relegated Chelsea down to the Conference League, didn't we, when we won the FA Cup? Is an example of dealing with abuse and criticism of matches. So absolutely. That's how you deal with adversity. That's how you deal with adversity. Euro is a generational talent and an experienced defender around him will help. He plays. I mean, De Ligt him and Euro, De Ligt and Licha or Aiden Heaven are going to be our back three for a long, long time, guys, in my opinion. 2 assists from Agate. I thought he was not good enough to progress the ball. Shut up. Absolutely shut up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who was talking like that trash?
Fuck off.
There you go. Who was talking about that, mate? You know what I mean? Unbelievable. They got shut up quick, didn't they? They shut up quick. Big up, Kenny. Lindelof is really surprising me, and this is Maguire I want to see. Solid. Lindelof didn't really surprise me. I thought he was shaky in the first half. I don't think we can rely on Lindelof against Tottenham. I think we need De Ligt back, 100%. But Maguire was brilliant. Yep, Case man of the match, absolutely. Happy for Amram, me too. Me too. Big up, bro. Big up, Sunny. Sunny, how you doing, my friend? I'll be doing well. Yeah, if we score first against Spurs, they will crumble. Seen it before many times. We need to score first, absolutely, with that 7. It's so important. And we haven't started the game well recently. We have to change Lindelof for the final. Yeah, we have to change Lindelof. Lindelof won't be good for Tottenham. No way. We're asking for trouble. Are we the only club with substitute centre-backs like it's normal? It was good to get some fitness for De Ligt, absolutely. Please, Ugarte and Casemiro, don't pick up any yellows. We got to be careful. We have to be careful not to miss the final, guys. Good morning, guys. What a game yesterday. Told you Cass is key for the tournament. We're going to do this. Let's go. I think we all knew that Cass was going to be key for the tournament, my friend. Big up, Sexar. Big up yourself. Can we risk playing that have yellow card for the second left? Can we risk? I don't know. I mean, I would emphasize to the players that, you know what I mean, that they have to be careful in that game and not go into any stupid decisions. Victor Musa, Wheatley, Berejicido, who do you like? I like Musa. I like Biancheri. Very much so, yeah. I think Wheatley has been around for a long time now. So Wheatley is a good player, but I don't think he's quite that guy. I think Musa, though, Chido, you know, are very, very good players. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very, very good players. They are. And we got a bright future with these players. We absolutely do. Play the kids on Sunday. I agree. Play Ahmad, play De Ligt, get them a little bit of fitness, play them in the first half, get them some fitness. Also, play Fredrickson, play, who else we got? Chido, you know, play Matata, play Camerson, play all these players. Why not? What have we got to lose, guys? Just play those players. Rest the other players. And who knows what kind of gem we're going to unearth. If we play those players, they're going to get the vital experience, is it, as well? And Fletcher. We got lots of players. But I would love to see Matata or Camerson, who have been on the bench recently but haven't got game time. I would love to see them play. That would be brilliant. I would love to see them playing. Why not? Give it a go. Let's see what happens. You know what? You never know what's going to happen. We brought through Garnacho. We brought through Mainu. We brought through Ahmad. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, well, Ahmad came from Atalanta, but he still played in the youth team and stuff like that. And you know what? You need to give them a chance and see what they can do. That is important, of course. And another, that is one of the reasons I'm still always a little bit positive. Who do you start for the final? Garnacho or Ahmad? Garnacho. Garnacho will play and Ahmad will be right wing back, Ephraim, for me. That's what happened. I prefer Ahmad on the wing. That's what I would do. Yeah. I don't think Dalot might. I'm not sure he's going to be fit for the final. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you know, he got injured and stuff, you know, but I would play Ahmad as a right wing back and Garnacho as the number 10. Today received some early rainy showers in the day. Big up. I love the facial expression of Amran. Win or lose, he never pretends, but his smile says it all. His confidence and majestically. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Ahmad all day, if he's fit enough for the final, I wouldn't. I don't think he's good in the number 10. I think he's good as a winger. He played better as a winger. I think he'll be better there. And play Garnacho as a number 10. Garnacho deserves it. He played. Score 2 next week and the tie will be done. 2. Don't need to score any. 0-0 we'll do it. But if we score early and then, yeah, I mean, if we score early, let them come at us, we counter-attack them, we score early, then yeah, that would be brilliant and we can just relax. Ahmad in space is lethal. He hasn't been, though, his last few games, GK. Let's not overhype him, okay? We overhyping these players too much. He's good on a wing for me. He's not a number 10 for me. He's a runner. But I would play both of them, definitely. Considering that Dalot is out. Ahmed is back with such... I can't wait for the next season. Is back with such confidence. Next season is the season. It's key. But Garnacho's been good. Garnacho was underrated yesterday. Not many people want to mention Garnacho and he's running yesterday. Not many people want to mention the fact that he got the ball forward, you know, for Man United yesterday. And not many players did that yesterday. And you know what? I felt that he did well yesterday, and he's highly underrated. You know, and we have this image of Ahmad, even though Ahmad hasn't played much football for Man United, that he's just some cool sort of king, you know. And Ahmad and Garnacho's a bum. This is what it is at the end of the day. I like Ahmad on the wing back, but I'm just saying for the game versus Spurs, I'd play Dalot. Dalot's not fit, mate. Dalot's not fit, and I wouldn't play Ahmad in that position. I'll play Bruno with Garnacho. He deserved it. He's earned it. He played very well yesterday, absolutely. Rasmus unable to make space or a little position for himself, but he's good, decent in space too. He played well yesterday. I have to give credit to Rasmus. Everyone played well yesterday, and I have to give credit to Rasmus for that penalty. He made that run. He made that penalty happen. He made it for us. He contributed a lot to that game, yesterday. And I have to praise him. I have to praise him like I should. Absolutely. Brilliant. One thing is, I trust Ruben Amorim. What Ruben Amorim wants to do for the final, if we get there, guys. For me, we have to be cautious and we have to be adventurous at the same time. You know what I mean? Tottenham will be looking to, Tottenham will be. Let's not banter Tottenham too much. They'll be looking for something from us. I only watched the first half. I didn't watch the second half, sadly. Absolutely. Also, set piece, big up pieces. They were better. I would not change our 3-4 and prefer Ahmad further up. He is a goal scorer and create good opportunities. We need him more high up the pitch. But Garnacho's been playing. Would you drop Garnacho even though he's played in the semi-final and the final and the quarter-final? I wouldn't do that. I'll bring on Ahmad as a substitute, if that case. Hi, morning, Sal. I'm back in stock, and Ahmad is a better winger. His creative side is not as good as Garnacho's. Look at his stats. Hi, morning, Sal. I'm still in shock. Big up, Beef Bully. Rasmus played well. I don't think... one thing I would say, Ahmad's a good player, but I don't think he's the player that we're building him up to be yet. But he's a good player, and it's good to have him back. One thing's for certain, I don't care what happens in the final in regards to team selection. I'll leave that to Ruben Amorim. And whoever plays in that final, I don't have favourites. All I care about is Man United winning that final. I don't care if Ahmad plays, Garnacho plays, Eriksen plays, Bruno plays. I don't care. As long as Man United win that final, I don't care if he's your favourite. I don't care. I care about Man United. I don't care if it's my favourite. I care about Man United. I don't care. Absolutely. The trophy is what's most important, GK. All these things like, we should play him here. We should play him there. We're not even in the final yet. Let's relax. You know what I mean? One who deserves a place in that team? Maguire. And certain men in here were dissing Maguire a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? Make your apologies as loud as your criticism. That's all I'm saying. Rasmus did well yesterday. Thank you, Rasmus, for that penalty. I have to give a shout out to the referee. I felt the referee yesterday was strong. The referee yesterday was fair. Bilbao were diving all over the place. Bilbao were trying to create red cards out of nothing. They were trying to cheat their way into manipulating the referee into giving a red card to Man United because he gave a red card to Bilbao. So I want to give praise to the referee. I felt the referee yesterday, you know what I mean, was fantastic. And I felt like Ruben Amorim managed the game fantastic. It felt really good to see Ahmad, to see De Ligt, to see Mason Mount come on the pitch, to get some game time, to rest Mazraoui, to rest Ugarte, to rest all those players. Fair play to Ugarte for 2 assists yesterday. It goes under the radar. Doesn't it? I see you people who were criticizing Ugarte a few weeks ago as well. Naughty. You know what I mean? Ball knowledge. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You have to say that now, innit, Irfan? Because you were one of the ones who were criticizing Maguire a few weeks ago. I'm glad you're holding that, my friend. Alexandra played well. Big up, Sanjay. Yes, they did. And who else was criticizing Ugarte? 2 assists yesterday. Listen to Uncle Sal. Listen. I am not just a bloody ugly face. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. There we go. We're bringing it in. We've got the positivity. It is all about Man United now. And I will not talk about the final. Not yet. Because I've seen strange things happen in football. I've seen Barcelona win 3-0 in the Nou Camp and lose 4-0 at Anfield. So I'm not going to count my chickens before they have hatched. But I'm cautiously optimistic about the future. I'm happy. And as I said earlier in the show, if this was the Champions League and we had a chance to play Tottenham in the Champions League final, Wouldn't we be celebrating? Wouldn't we be celebrating? Bruno is a big player. Where we said Odegaard is better. I mean, some people said Odegaard is better. I disagree with that. I disagree with that all the way. Odegaard is younger. Odegaard is a good player, but Odegaard needs to stay in his lane right now. You know what I mean? Which is 0 assist and 0 goal lane. And he needs to stay there on the road to nowhere. Absolutely. The weekend is all about playing the kids, in my opinion. Have you heard about the Ineos selling Nice to fund? I've heard about it, Shah, but it's the most ridiculous news I've ever heard. Nice are worth 200 million. Man United are worth 5 billion. Where are Ineos going to get the money from? If they sell Nice for 200 million, that's not going to cover the bloody one stand at Man United. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just silly news. It's stupid news. I mean, you know, they come out with this nonsense. They don't think about what they're saying. 200 million Nice are worth. Man United are worth 5 to 6 billion. And what, you know, they're going to sell Nice and buy Man United. So they own 30%. So let's say they owe about 3 billion for Man United. But obviously the Glazers will hold out for more. So 200 million is not going to cover that, you know, for selling Nice and stuff. You know, I don't think it will happen. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they sold Nice. They probably try and buy more shares in Man United. What I would think is that what they would try to do is get the over 50% of the club. That's what they're trying to do. So at the moment, they own about 20. They need about 25% more. And then they can get about 50% or more. So that's still going to be over $1 billion, isn't it? I like both Odegaard and Bruno, so I don't get why people say Bruno is clear as Odegaard, because we're Man United fans, Shah, and we back our Man United players. And Arsenal fans were the ones who put this debate up. Not Man United fans. Arsenal fans were the ones putting this debate up. We support our own. So true there. United have blown 4-1 lead in 1964, Sporting Lisbon 5-0 second leg. Also, there was the Barcelona. Absolutely. Beef, you know what? What you have to do in football is always maintain an element of professionalism. You're dealing with professional footballers here who have a lot of pride. Bilbao, throughout the next week, will be told they've lost this tie. Everyone in the media, in the fan base and stuff will be being told they've lost this tie. That will hype them up until a level that we're going to go out there and we're going to prove them wrong. They're going to get us against the world sort of mentality, adversity to the stars sort of mentality. That's what's going to happen. What Man United need to do is nullify them the first 20 minutes and make sure we show them respect. But when we get a chance to counter, we pick them off. We get the first goal. It's curtains, isn't it? It's curtains. So, yeah. That's what we should do. But we can't underestimate them. So it needs to sell all of his sporting assets to service his debt. I mean, I just laugh at it. Trademarked has to pay 4.75 billion to get 6 billion valuation. But he won't do that, Shah. What he will do, he will try and get 51% of the club. So basically, right now, he's got 27%, right? So he will try and buy another 24%. That is still over $1 billion, isn't it? For 25%, 6 billion, 25.1, 25.2, 25.3, 25.4. So he's going to need about 1.5 billion to buy more Man United shares. And that is if Glazers sell it to him as well, which I don't think. Sergio Ratcliffe appointing someone from Formula One football to date analysis. Mate, get a football man. He's an idiot, mate, honestly. I don't want him, Ephraim. I never wanted him. But you know what? At the end of the day, it is what it is. It is who we have. But I never wanted Jim Ratcliffe at Man United in the first place. I never wanted him. I wanted Glazers out, debt cleared. You know what I mean? It would have helped our FFP. It would have helped our PSR. And we wouldn't be struggling right now having to play kids. You know? We wouldn't be struggling. And to be honest with you, if he bought the club fully, then don't expect him to spend a lot of money, you know. And I suppose it's better than Glazers, but he did sleep with the Glazers at the end of the day. No, right now, no, sorry at all. Take our Glazers and Ineos out. I agree, Shah. I don't want them. They're making cutbacks this month. They're going to make a further 200 members of staff redundant, which is absolutely a travesty, horrible, nasty. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, and I don't believe that Jim Ratcliffe has the best interest of the football club at heart. I just don't. He's just given me too much negativity. He's given me too much negativity to actually believe in this project of his. He sounds like he comes across as a penny pincher. Evidence suggests that he is a penny pincher. And I don't want him at the club fully. No, I would rather Qatar. I'd rather someone like that buy the club. But the way we treated Qatar, the way the lies were spread about Qatar, I wouldn't be surprised if Qatar don't want anything to do with us anymore. I wouldn't be surprised about that. The way the lies that were circulated and stuff, that they don't have the money in it. And that alone is insulting to Qatar, isn't it? Qatar in, clear the debt, pump money into the club. Yeah. Since 2024, since he purchased the 25% of United. If he was a Man United fan, Sharp, if he loved the football club, let's forget about he hasn't got one picture of himself in a Man United jersey from when he was a kid or anything like that. Lifelong Man United fan, mate, born and bred. Let's forget about that for a second. If he truly loved Man United, no real Man United fan would facilitate the Glazers. They'll say, no, we'll leave it for the person who's going to get rid of the Glazers. In fact, Ineos would have, if Jim Ratcliffe was a massive Man United fan, he would have tried to strike a deal with Qatar to get rid of the Glazers. If he was a massive Man United fan, he would have tried to strike a deal with Qatar and make it happen. But no, he went to bed with the Glazers. And that's unforgivable. The Glazers are the enemy. The Glazers are the enemy. You know what I mean? And he slept with them, unfortunately. And I don't want him as a full owner of the football club. No. I want someone else. I don't want him. I want him to sell his shares. I want him to stop moaning, crying like a baby in the media, indirectly saying that I'm going to leave the club. Don't close the door on the way out, mate. We don't care. He wants us to grovel. He wants us to come chasing up. No, Jim. No, please, Jim. Please, Jim. Can I have some more, Jim? Can I have some more, Jim? Like Oliver Bloody Twist. We don't care if you leave, Jim. We didn't want you in the first place. The door is there. It's ajar. You can open it and you can leave. Sell it to the best person for the football bloody club. Sell it. Sure. So Jim Ratcliffe is a puppet and another businessman that just want to make money. He does, and he's just hiding behind it. You could see on body language. You could see his interview with Gary Neville. You could see the body language on him that he won't even look Gary Neville in the eye. He won't do that. But what Gary Neville needed to do was ask him the $1 million question. Why did he facilitate the Glazers? The ordinary stocks on the stock market is more expensive. A shares is easier to increase shareholding. There is also an element of voting rights. Yeah. It's not as easy as 1, 2, 3. It's a lot more expensive. Plus, the Glazers are going to over-extortionate their value of the shares, and everyone else whose shares are being owned. I think Glazers own about 15. I'm not sure, but everyone else has to want to sell their shares as well. And obviously, the shares are going to be much more extortionate and much, much more expensive to buy. Yeah. So I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Jim Ratcliffe doesn't have the money for our transfer window. What Jim Ratcliffe needs to do right now, right, is concentrating what happens on the pitch. Getting Ruben Amorim the people that he needs to make this football club successful. That is what Jim Ratcliffe needs to concentrate on right now. He's got his 27%, right? Concentrate on building a winning Manchester United side. That's what he needs to do, and that's the most important thing. The Glazers are not going anywhere, Shah. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. They wrote the letter to the Manchester Council in 2018 about the regeneration project in Manchester. In 2018, before Jim Ratcliffe walked through the door. They've had their eyes on that regeneration project for years. They're not going anywhere. How long is that regeneration project going to take? How long is the new Old Trafford going to take to build? How long is it going to take? 10 years. 5 to 10 years. Hotels, infrastructure, this, that, and the other. Absolutely. You know? And that is it, you know? Well, this is exactly what I've been saying for a long, long time. I don't care if we play at Hackney Marshes, as long as we have a winning football team. Having a winning football team will generate money. Then when you generate money, you can put money towards a stadium. You can put money rather than begging the government for money. You know, rather than doing that. You know, that is what's more important for me. When Alex Ferguson was successful, and you guys might not have been around, but I remember Old Trafford was small. I remember Old Trafford was a little ground, one tier. I remember Old Trafford, the Stretford end had no seats. I remember that. But we built Old Trafford organically with success that we got through Sir Alex Ferguson. And every now and then, Sir Alex Ferguson would pump money, whether that's the Stretford end, whether that's the North stand, which is the Sir Alex Ferguson stand. You know, we pumped money every now and then. And then we got into the East stand. Then we got into the West stand. And we couldn't build the South stand, obviously. You know? But organic money is better than borrowed money. You know, and and that is what Alex Ferguson did. Just why Old Trafford was being kept up to date. Old Trafford was a stadium at the Euro 96. Now it's not even in contention for anything. Old Trafford was the Champions League final in 2003. You know what I mean? Now it's not. Now it's not anything. You know what I mean? Old Trafford is not fit for purpose. But I don't care. I really don't. I care what happens on the pitch. And when we win on the pitch, then we can start investing in Old Trafford. And maybe we don't need to move to a circus. You know, maybe we won't need to do that. Big up, Rich. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Shah, they don't care. They're in it for the short-term gain. They're in it for the regeneration project. What happens when you do a regeneration project? Hotels, apartments, Burger King, McDonald's. You know what I mean? Come on. Pizza Hut, Nando's. You know, all those businesses are going to be all scattered around. They're going to be in it for the Skrilla. In it for the Skrilla. Big up, Barman. What's going on? Morning, everyone's out. It's rumored that Ratcliffe really wants the Glazers out. Don't know truth. I mean, let me say something, Barman. Nice are worth 200 million. Man United are worth 6 billion. He wants to buy out. He's got 27%. He wants to get to 51%, right? So he has to get out 51%, which means he has to get out the Glazers. He needs another couple of billion. There you go. Rich. Old Trafford was the FA Cup semi-final venue like Villa Park. It is. And now where is it? It's not an FA Cup final venue anymore. Sad, isn't it? It was a Euro 96 semi-final venue. It was a 2003 Champions League venue. We used to have the rugby there. You know, I mean, it's mad, isn't it? So Jim loves the guy. He loves them too much. He loves them too much. Yeah. He loves them like Donald Trump loves Netanyahu. That's what it feels like. Really does. Guys, thank you. On that note, thank you so much for joining me. Guys, you absolute legends. I will be keeping notifications on if I'm back later on tonight. Of course, for Chatterbox. But everyone, thank you so much. It's a time to be positive. It's a time to be happy. Man United are almost through. Not one foot in the grave. 1 foot in the final. Absolutely. Victor Meldrew is a Man United fan, by the way. Absolutely. And guys, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely. Cheers, Shah. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Rich. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you later and have a great day. Everyone have a great day. It's Friday again. Sunday, Monday, what? No better Friday. You know what? Didn't like Thursday football, but I like Thursday football on a Friday morning when Man United have one step in the final. Feels good, doesn't it? Have a great day, guys. I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. Take it easy. Peace.